Good morning, ladies, gents, and Pikachus. Back again. I haven't slept very well, bearing in mind what just happened in my life, you know, RE the last video. So I thought I'd add a little bit more detail on there about why I'm going to fight my dad, effectively. He seems to have become really brainwashed as a result of the radicalisation that I previously mentioned. I invited him to discuss this and try and convince me of his point of view, or at least tell me what it is about my point of view that is so disturbing to him. He refused on both occasions. And I know why he's refusing on these occasions to have any debate with me. It's because I actually read books and I actually do research and I actually know things. That's just terrifying for a guy like him who's completely emotion based. Doesn't have a stitch of logic or any facts to back him up. He knows if he sits down at a table quietly with me, with nothing but a tape recorder and a referee, he's on a hiding to nothing. He knows that. And so does my older sister, the journalist. Yeah, some journalist. Ever heard of journalistic integrity? No, of course you haven't. But why would you? When you're cohabiting, you're not even married to the guy, you're cohabiting with a lanky arsehole, Alexis, a communist, who does nothing but bully and manipulate and lie. And by the way, Melanie, that time you turned up with a black eye and fell over, who the fuck are you trying to kid? We all know what happened there. I'm the only one who's got the balls to actually say it. Maybe you're all just terrified because we are Jews. Like, did you forget that? Dad is a Jew, and because Dad is a Jew, we are all Jews, apart from Mum. Mum isn't a Jew. But Dad, you two, and me, we are Jews. There's nothing you can do about that. It's what our bodies and our blood are made of. It's an ethnicity. Oh, that's right. You're a diverse person. You don't discriminate against different religions or ethnicities. You're accepting of all people, aren't you? Apparently. Apart from the evidence on offer, kind of shits all over that theory that you're accepting and diverse, because the thing that you don't accept is your own flesh and blood. And the naturalised culture of this country, which I'm sorry to say to you, because you fucking hate it, it's based on Christianity. You know, this entire country came out of the 10 Commandments, effectively. Don't kill, don't steal, don't covet, don't manipulate, don't rape. All things in this country that we look down on and we don't do, and there's criminal penalties for those that do. But there's obviously not criminal penalties if you do that in other countries and then lie about it online. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening and you wouldn't be supporting it. But I'm not surprised. I made like videos years ago. I mean, they're on my channel now. I literally predicted this fucking precise thing. Exactly as it's happening. And you still walked into it. So that leads me to believe, if you're not completely delusional and brainwashed like I think you are, then you're just cowards. You're just terrified of the fundamental Islamists, aren't you? You don't want to get your head cut off. I don't care. I'm not scared of getting my head cut off. I am not afraid of any of that shit at all. You know what I'm afraid of? God. Yeah, that's the thing. I have fear of God, which none of you lot seem to have. You don't think God's real. So that's why you're terrified of these Islamic fundamentalists who do think God is real, but their God is not my God. Their God does not have 10 commandments. He's not all about peace and love and tolerance and all that kind of shit. No. Their God is about killing the Jews. You. Me. My two sisters. Us. And then after that, the rest of the white people. Or do you think after Hamas have bombed the shit out of Israel and killed all the Jews there, they're going to go, right, 1-0, let's go home, lads, well, let's call it a win? Do you really think that's going to happen? Or do you think they'll go, yeah, let's kill the rest of the white people? And then set off the invasion here? Because it's not like there aren't tens of thousands, possibly more, fundamentalist Muslims hiding in this very country. In fact, we know this because most of them are in London, exactly where you live. They surround you. In the particular area you're in is like a hotspot of terrorism. And we know that because every year when it comes up to a religious festival, like Christmas for instance, you fucking ruin it. You and your little shitty Philistine thugs ruin the fucking thing every single year. But we're not allowed to debate this. We're not allowed to bring this up. We're not allowed to talk about this. Apparently we're now communists. You know, if you don't parrot the fucking party line, you're not allowed to talk. And if you do, you're fucked. See, I know how it works because I've got this. And I've actually fucking read it. But I've also got this. And I've also read that. So you won't be able to tactically beat me. There's no fucking way you will get around me now. Not only that, I've read this. So I know the version of Islam that you think you're playing the chords of is fucking wrong. And I've also got this. So I know exactly what Israel and the Jews are up to. And I've got to say, all the intense reading and researching and investigating of the last 15 years, all the shit that you've put me through and that I've gone through myself, it's all been worth it to lead to this moment. This moment right now, where I get to lead you out of the fucking self-created hell that you are currently drowning in, against your own will, kicking and screaming. I get to drag you out of that shit heap back into normality. It's just a shame it can't happen immediately. I'll have to be patient, like I have been. I'll have to be stronger than I have been. I'll have to purify my own behaviour. I'll have to put up with the backstabbing, dirty, communist tricks. Like I don't know what you guys are up to. Of course I do. I just choose not to take it up with you because I know you're in a bad place. You can't be honest with me. You can't be honest with yourself. You can't dare look at the facts because it will reveal that you're fucking wrong. And that's the reason why you will not debate me. But it's kind of pathetic, really, isn't it? That I have to go online and publicly say these things because you won't even talk to me. Treat me like I'm a Hamas murderer, like I've cut the heads off babies and raped people. Let me remind you, my worst crime was smoking weed to help my joint pain. But guess what? Since I took up this Christian mission, I quit. I no longer smoke weed. That's it. That's the only thing you ever had on me since I was a kid. Stop smoking weed. You smoke weed. You're a dirty smoker. Yeah? I don't do it anymore. With God's help and a strong will, I have quit drugs. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm not violent. I'm not a thief. I'm not a rapist. I'm not a murderer. I'm not manipulative. And I don't support terror. But that's not to say I'm a huge Israel supporter. I'm not like a fucking cheerleader for Ben Netanyahu. Yes, I know what's morally right. Yes, I'm a Christian, and that defines certain things which I must live by, rules which my life must follow, in order for me to remain morally good in the eyes of God. But guess what one of those things is? One of the main things, actually. Love thy father and mother. So, unfortunately for me, and fucking lucky for you guys, no matter what you do, no matter what evil shit you say to me and then lie about afterwards and claim you never said, or even worse, you try and turn it around and say that I said something first which justifies your attack on me. When you think about it, that's really quite similar to what Palestine and Israel got going on, isn't it? Palestine bombed the shit out of Israel, flying on parachutes, capture a load of hostages to hide behind, and cut the heads off babies and burn them. And then they go, but they did something to us first, so it's okay. That's exactly what you're doing. You're saying, you did this or you said this, but you won't tell me what the thing is, because you know I'll just cut you down in a fucking debate with the truth. So, in conclusion, I feel refreshed, even though it's the middle of the fucking night and I haven't slept because I've been up making videos. I feel strong. I have moral conviction. I have, a peaceful mindset, and I have a strategy. And I know that scares the shit out of you. So that's the end of this video. Look forward to me coming for you in the near future. Make your bets now. Get your tickets now, because guess what? Kansas is going bye-bye. Anyway, sleep well. I will see you soon. I've always said that the call sign of a bad journalist is having their phone switched off and refusing to appear for debates. So that's all I've got to say for today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.